What you see is newly released footage from the night Nancy Guthrie was abducted from her home in Tucson, Arizona. Welcome to Fox 54 News at 6. I'm Kenesha Dees. The search for Today Show host Savannah Guthrie's missing mother has now reached day 10. FBI Director Kash Patel says the footage was recovered from residual data on the back end of Nancy's home security system. Guthrie was reported missing February 1st, just hours after she was dropped off at home. Several news outlets received ransom notes demanding millions of dollars in Bitcoin. The first ransom note had a deadline of 5 p.m. last Thursday, and the second deadline was set for yesterday. The Pima County Sheriff's Office and FBI are working together and are offering a $50,000 reward for information leading to her safe return. Today, the FBI released new images you see here and also video from Nancy Guthrie's doorbell camera from the morning of her disappearance. The images show a person wearing a ski mask at the 84-year-old's front door. The individual armed and carrying a backpack and appears to have tampered with the camera. In a social media post following the release of the images, Savannah Guthrie said the family believes she is still alive and is urging anyone with information to come forward.
The FBI now releasing surveillance photos for the first time 10 days into the search, where we can clearly see someone standing on the front porch of Nancy Guthrie's home. In that photo, you can make out someone that looks like they're standing underneath an arch. And in those photos, you can make out someone wearing a mask, wearing gloves, and it appears that they're even trying to tamper with that recording device that was on Nancy's front porch.
This is very powerful evidence, not only in furthering the investigation, but potentially at a trial.
The FBI will be analyzing this surveillance video closely, hoping to find any clues that could help solve this case. The White House also now reacting to these photos in a Tuesday White House briefing, saying that President Trump offers his full support for the Guthrie family.
And again, we're just praying for the safety of Nancy Guthrie and that she will return home soon. And the president directed me to please encourage all Americans with any information to call the FBI. And
Savannah Guthrie also sharing a new statement on Instagram this afternoon where she said she believes her mom is still alive, saying, "Bring her home now." In Tucson, Arizona, Caroline Elliott, Fox News.
With ransom deadlines passed, investigators believe the newly released footage is very powerful evidence in the investigation and hope it will solve this case. Back here in the Tennessee Valley, yes, gray sky. Quite a difference from what we saw yesterday, a little gloomy even, but although it may look cold from that picture, it was actually about warm like it was yesterday. I'm joined now by Fox 54 Weather Impact Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. Jordan, I'm starting to get used to this faux spring, but can we expect some cooler seasonal temps?
Yeah, we are eventually going to get back to where we should be this time of year, sooner rather than later. As a matter of fact, it was kind of inevitable, right? Fake spring was only going to last so long. It was still warm this afternoon, despite the sharp increase in cloud cover. And yeah, it did kind of look gloomy through the course of the day, but that didn't help stop temperatures from climbing into the lower 70s in many locations. We saw 70 today in Huntsville, 71 in Fayetteville. We saw 72 over in Florence. Now, many of our friends over in Northeast Alabama only saw temperatures in the mid and upper 60s. I say only, but that's still considerably above any sort of average high temperature. The average is right around 55 or 56 degrees. The cloud cover we saw and the little bit of rain that's trying to develop back off to the west is associated with a system here back off to the northwest that's going to drop into the Tennessee Valley as we head into the overnight and then early into your Wednesday morning. Some of that rain already beginning to develop up across southern middle Tennessee, but it's going to become more widespread over the next several hours. We'll talk about it in just a few minutes.
The Huntsville Police Citizens Advisory Council hosting an open forum tonight. The discussion centered around how HPD handles complaints within the department. This comes after video surfaced here of an HPD officer using what appears to be excessive force on a man, which caused public outrage and debate online. Fox 54's Gabe Glassman tells us more.
Forum hosted by the Huntsville Police Citizens Advisory Council will give people the opportunity to hear directly from investigators about how they handle internal and external complaints. The city says the forum will give people a look at how HPD handles these internal and external complaints while also focusing on the investigative process attached to them. People attending tonight's forum will have the chance to ask investigators about how that process works as well. The Huntsville Police Citizens Advisory Council aims to connect the community and the police force. Tonight's forum is the first one of 2026 for HPCAC, and they have others planned for later this year. Tonight's forum is happening now, right here at the Johnson Legacy Center in Huntsville. Gabe Glassman, Fox 54 News.
The city of Huntsville and the police department also released the latest crime statistics from last year, and they say it's changed dramatically from years past. The biggest insights: violent crime is down 18% from last year and 50% from 6 years ago. Other major crimes are down 9%, as well as another 33% from 2019. And that's all while the city's population has grown by almost 25%.
Having a city with low to minimal crime is critical to the city's success and our safety. And so I would obviously give that number one priority. On top of that, again, the collaboration between our citizens and our officers and the city leadership has been a tremendous benefit that maybe other cities don't experience much like we do.
HPD says it plans on releasing the full 2025 report next month. You can watch the full press conference on demand right here on Fox 54 Plus. Download on your TV, watch for free. The mayor of Sheffield, Brian Van Dividender, airlifted to Vanderbilt Medical Center last night after experiencing a medical emergency. Officials say first responders first took the mayor to Helen Keller Hospital before transferring him by helicopter. The nature of Van Dividender's condition has not been released. Sheffield Fire Chief Matt Mothershed asked the public to keep the mayor and his family in your thoughts and prayers. The Muscle Shoals City Council voted 4-1 last night to reverse the firing of City Clerk Brittany Walker, ending a weeks-long dispute. Walker was placed on administrative leave back on January 13th, while the city investigated a medical reimbursement program with Citadel benefits that was flagged for compliance issues in March of 2024. The council voted to cut ties with the program on January 5th. City officials say the program could have exposed the city to IRS penalties despite warnings to end participation. Yesterday's hearing began at 6 p.m. and lasted more than 5 hours before the council restored her position. City of Huntsville will soon have a chance to honor the life of blues legend and music educator Microwave Dave. His nonprofit foundation announced today that a memorial service will be held on February 28th at 2 p.m. at the Episcopal Church of the Nativity on Eustis Avenue. Microwave Dave is remembered for his continued community outreach and decades of blues education to Alabama children. The Microwave Dave Music Education Foundation says more details on his graduation celebration will be announced soon. Well, take a look at this. Fire crews worked for hours last night to contain a large forest fire in Lawrence County. Officials say the fire broke out around 10:40 p.m. along County Road 294 near County Road 222, burning 15 to 20 acres. Local fire departments called in the Alabama Forestry Commission, which used a bulldozer to cut fire breaks in difficult places. Crews continued the fire or contained the fire by 2 a.m. and no injuries were reported. Every deputy and patrol unit with the Colbert County Sheriff's Office now equipped with trauma kits and AEDs. Officials say the compact devices are designed to help deputies respond quickly to sudden cardiac arrests when seconds matter. The Sheriff's Office says the new equipment can save lives and improve care for the community. The kits were funded through opioid settlement money and a partnership with Cardiac Solutions. Tennessee Valley Authority considering keeping 2 coal plants running past their planned retirement dates. TVA says it's evaluating continued operation of the Kingston and Cumberland plants to meet growing electricity demand from data centers and regional population growth. The utility had promised to shut down both facilities by the end of 2027. Environmental groups are criticizing the possibility that they'll stay in operation, saying it means more pollution and higher power bills for the 10 million people TVA serves. The TVA board could take action as early as tomorrow when it holds its quarterly meeting in Kentucky. Coming up next, lawsuits, school splits, and court orders, controversy mounting around the AHSAA. What's driving that conflict?
It's just fun because food is a love language.
This next Fox 54's top teacher we're about to meet is all about culinary creativity inside her classroom. We get to meet her coming up. Some recent drama involving the Alabama High School Athletic Association following several lawsuits and discrepancies have left the organization embroiled in controversies with local school districts. Previously, Scottsboro High School said they were denied a different classification status because of reporting errors that weren't corrected by the AHSAA. Fox 54's Caleb Aguayo shows us the controversies.
The Alabama High School Athletic Association's involvement in recent conflicts has left some asking, has the organization ever been this political? The AHSAA's recent conflicts are divided into 4 parts. First, the organization has been in a lawsuit with Governor Kay Ivey and Speaker Nathaniel Ledbetter for months over student athletes getting financial assistance from the Choose Act. The governor's office saying those athletes are effectively sidelined as they wait a year to play in high school sports for taking that financial assistance. In addition, the AHSAA created a new structure for postseason playoffs, separating public and private schools into separate tournaments.
I don't think the majority of public and private schools wanted to split. I think we wanted to stay together, and I think it increases competition for our student athletes, and I think it makes a better product when we can play together.
In a third instance, the organization denied an appeal Friday to classify Scottsboro High School as a 4A school after alleged reporting errors with the school's population went unchanged. The school district said in a statement, "It's a sad day for Scottsboro student athletes when known, verifiable information is not used in decisions that directly affect them." With these controversies coming to a head, it's unclear just how the AHSAA might choose to move forward in the months ahead. In Huntsville, I'm Caleb Aguayo, Fox 54 News.
And Fox 54 has now learned that Oakwood Academy's area tournament postseason game has been postponed due to legal uncertainty. This comes after a Jackson County judge issued a temporary restraining order in conflict with the TRO from another judge earlier today. The AHSAA says it cannot proceed with the game until these conflicting orders are resolved. The organization says they intend to file an emergency petition to have the matter addressed by the State Court of Civil Appeals. Well, this culinary teacher you see walking in says food is her love language and she's happy to share it with her students. We meet this week's Fox 54's top teacher next. In the meantime, at Jordan, we've had some cloudy weather, but warm too.
Yeah, it still was warm this afternoon despite the cloud cover. That cloud cover, though, is going to lead to a little bit of rain, some of which is already occurring up across southern and middle Tennessee. We'll talk about it in just a few minutes.
Now, Fox 54's Top Teacher, sponsored by Calhoun Community College.
Today, we take you to a classroom where things get heated. Well, more so in the kitchen. The culinary teacher that we're about to meet exemplifies what people say is passionate about cooking, but cooking with her students because she says food is her love language. Meet this week's Fox 54 top teacher, Amy Huff from Bob Jones High School in Madison. When you have Amy Huff as your teacher,
Not only are we in the classroom,
you get hands-on with tasks you can taste.
but we get to be in the kitchen. All right, kiddos.
Huff teaches culinary hospitality and tourism at Bob Jones High School.
Food is a love language.
She's been teaching here for 2 years, and today, although students are in the kitchen,
Label every cup.
they won't be eating, more so experimenting.
We are doing a science experiment with the conversation candy hearts. We're seeing they're going to put them into different chemicals to see which ones dissolve, which ones are floating, just something different and fun, hands-on.
But here's something students have created that they certainly can eat.
I think my favorite is just being able to make something that puts a smile on other people's faces.
This golf on the green cake made by senior culinary 2 student Caleb Bond. He says the cake and icing made entirely from scratch, thanks to Huff's tutelage.
She teaches us in the kitchen. She really makes sure that we know what we're doing, and she guides us.
And with Mediterranean being his favorite food, Caleb made this Caleb Original, a salad that was part of a competition where they were tasked with creating a custom dish to present to a panel of judges.
To learn culinary art skills and to take what you've learned and take it to your home, that's really an awesome thing.
Principal Sylvia Lambert says it's so much more students learn about. All skills that they can apply beyond the classroom and this kitchen.
Hands-on, seeing kids learn life skills that they can use throughout their lives is just very rewarding.
Oh yes, very creative students. She should be proud. Congratulations, Mrs. Huff. We've got the moment she was surprised as a top teacher. Plus we hear from her student Caleb and his career plans after graduating from Bob Jones High School, right here on Fox 54 Plus, then also nominated teacher on fox54.com.
Now, the Tennessee Valley's certified most accurate forecast from the Fox 54 Weather Impact Team.
Fake spring, faux spring, pretend spring, all of it. We felt it today, and we also saw some cloud cover.
I like that term faux spring. It sounds fancier. You know, like instead of just saying fake leather, you say faux leather. At one, it's spelled fancy, and two, it just sounds fancy.
Yeah, it adds a little pizzazz to it.
It does. Now, my other question, completely and totally unweather related, can you make icing from scratch?
No, I
either.
haven't, which is, I'm really impressed. Like, those kids are so creative. He used a pearl as the golf ball in his cake.
Yeah, well, I go to the baking aisle in the grocery store and buy the box.
Oh, you do so the whole cake you make.
Oh, the whole cake.
From the box.
The icing, I go buy the jar and a spoon, and then I buy the box.
Well, at least you're baking. I'm more of a brownie girl.
I mean, there is absolutely nothing wrong with a good brownie either. It was a warm afternoon across North Alabama, southern Middle Tennessee. I have no abilities to bake from scratch. People that can do that are just truly impressive. So those kids, definitely impressive. 70 was the high temperature today at the Huntsville International Airport. We saw 71 in Fayetteville, 72 over in Florence. Our friends in Northeast Alabama saw the upper 60s, 68 in Scottsboro. We saw 68 in Fort Payne. This warmer air, despite the increase in cloud cover that we had through the course of the afternoon. A couple of glimpses of sunshine really before the lunch hour, but then the cloud cover really began to build in once we got beyond 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, we did have winds out of the south today. That helped temperatures still climb into the lower 70s. The cloud cover and the little bit of rain we're beginning to see here, satellite and radar, all associated with a cold front back off to the northwest. That cold front is going to move through the Tennessee Valley as we head into the overnight and then early into your Wednesday morning. It is going to bring an abrupt halt to faux spring. Radar at a more local level, trying to bring a little bit of rain up across southern Middle Tennessee, maybe trying to bring a couple of light showers into northern Madison County, northern Jackson County, trying to drop a little bit of rain into northwest Alabama, maybe a couple of incredibly light sprinkles, but that's about it. The vast majority of us are going to hold off until we get to the later part of the evening, and then especially as we head into the overnight, 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night, and then here we are 12 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. We're talking about widespread rain, maybe some heavier precipitation, and a couple of rumbles of thunder up across southern Middle Tennessee. And that activity is certainly going to be possible across North Alabama, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Some pockets of heavier rain, maybe a couple of rumbles of thunder, but that'll be about it. And the vast majority of this is going to occur while you sleep. 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, we're already beginning to dry out. See some sunshine up across southern Middle Tennessee. A couple of light showers could be possible for the Wednesday morning commute, but I think most of us are going to be just fine. As we head into the lunch hour and then the afternoon on Wednesday, we really get rid of the cloud cover. We'll get to enjoy a fair amount of sunshine and then maintain a clear sky as we head into the overnight, early into your Thursday morning. Really kind of that period Wednesday afternoon through Thursday afternoon. Going to be rather uneventful. Once we get later into Thursday afternoon, we'll begin to reintroduce some more clouds. And then other opportunities for rain build into the forecast as we head into the final day of the work week. Unfortunately, it looks like our best chances for rain are going to come as we head into the weekend. Saturday and Sunday, we dry out Monday and Tuesday of next week. If you're going out for dinner this evening, no jacket needed. Temperatures currently sitting in the low and mid 60s. We drop into the upper 40s as we head into the overnight. Got a low right around 48 degrees. Rain is, of course, not just likely, but at this point, it's a bit of a guarantee. Still, I don't think you're going to need to run the heater tonight, early tomorrow morning. 52 at 7, 49 at 8, 51 at 9, 52 degrees. By the time we get to 10 a.m., a couple of light showers are going to be possible. Most of us will be just fine. 58 degrees on Wednesday, 57 on Thursday. Every single day through the forecast period is actually above average, so that's nice. The other nice thing is that while we are going to be talking about rain on Valentine's Day, at least it's not going to be a cold rain. 59 degrees, 60 on Sunday, and then the mid and upper 60s Monday and Tuesday of next week.
Well, check this out. Fox 54 has an entire Black History Month special full of stories of Black excellence, and it's airing Monday, February 16th at 5 and 10 p.m. It'll be available to watch anytime on Fox 54 Plus. Mo, what's going on with Auburn?
Well, the Tigers trying to end their two-game skid tonight against Vandy. We'll talk to Coach Stephen Pearl about tonight's game next.
Fox 54 Sports is sponsored by Alpha Insurance.
Hey everyone, Stephen Pearl and the Auburn Tigers, they've dropped 2 games in a row, and now they begin a very important stretch that features multiple teams ranked in the top 25. Up first is Vanderbilt. The Commodores entering Neville Arena tonight, winners 3 of their last 4. Auburn won't have a problem scoring against Vandy, but they could find trouble defending the guys from Nashville. See, their top 3 scorers are all ranked in the top 20 of the scorers in the Southeastern Conference. Here's Coach Pearl as he shares more about tonight's game.
Tyler Nichols, probably the best shooter in our league, and I think he's like 5th in the country in three-point field goal percentage. Really high-powered offense, and they're a very efficient defense as well. So really good team. It's our 13th Quad 1 game of the year, and this one starts another 4 out of 5 stretch of Quad 1 games. So say it again, another great opportunity.
Staying in the SEC, life without Charles Bediako officially beginning today for the Alabama men's basketball team following a judge's ruling. Coach Nado's meeting with the media this afternoon and sharing additional thoughts.
Regardless of the ruling, we're going to continue to support him any way we possibly can here. And then with the team, we've got to move forward. We played 18 games before he got here. Have some real quality wins without him. I think there's 4 current teams ranked in the top 25 that we beat without him. We had some good wins with him as well. Sad situation for him, disappointing situation, but we've got to move forward.
All right, coming up tonight in sports at 9 on Fox 54, we'll hook you up with highlights of Vanderbilt versus Auburn, a game taking place in just a few moments, and we'll have those highlights tonight on Fox 54. Kanisha.
Yes, Mo, coming up on Fox 54 News at 9 after 108 days and 2,300 miles, a group of Buddhist monks wrapping up their walk for peace as they reach the finish line in Washington, D.C. We have more on that. Lawsuits, playoff changes, and court orders put the Alabama High School Athletic Association in the spotlight. Critics ask, has it always been this political? Fox 54's Caleb Aguayo breaks down the recent conflicts. And an $8 million investment is coming to Marshall County schools. How a major expansion at the Career Tech Center could open doors for hundreds of students. All this and more tonight on Fox 54 News at 9. Before we let you go, if you can only afford McDonald's for Valentine's Day, the Golden Arches has a way to soften the blow. Add some caviar. Mickey D's offered a kit that contains an ounce of caviar, and it's meant to pair with, what else? Chicken nuggets. The best part? It's free. Well, it was free. You had to visit McNuggetCaviar.com earlier today. Opportunity for folks who wanted to try it, but unfortunately the kit sold out quickly. I've never tried caviar, which is fish eggs, correct?
Correct. Mm-hmm. I have also never had caviar, nor would I ever think to pair it with McDonald's, but I guess whatever you would like to do to enhance your chicken nugget, more power to you, I suppose.
I don't have the palate, I think, for fish eggs.
Me neither. Just give me some barbecue sauce.
What are they supposed to taste like? Do we even know?
It's a good question.
Okay. None of us apparently have the palate for fish eggs.
Or escargot.
Or yet never done that either. Don't plan to. 58 on Wednesday, 57 on Thursday, 60 degrees on Friday. Valentine's Day actually doesn't look bad if you can get past the rain chances.
All right. Well, thanks for watching. We'll see you tonight at 9.